Good day, everyone. I will now share the last activities no, for CP106, and of course, as mentioned, these activities are your final requirements, not for the assumptions. I will not require you any any activities or something for your final requirements. Okay, so I will share my screen. Please, if you have questions, please do not forget to comment, no? Or mag-message sa ating GC or mag-comment kung saan ko i-upload ang video na ito. Okay. I will share my screen. Okay. So I believe that's visible to everyone. Okay. Zoom ko lang siya ng konti. Okay, so this one, activity 3.4 is activity related or connected to your performance-based assessment. Okay. Now, by the way, ang gagawin ko dito ay pa-partner or tagtatatlo siguro. Okay. So siguro tagtatatlo, this is true to all na no, sa remaining activities. Ayoko naman i-by group ito. Kasi as much as possible, gusto ko sana siyang i-individualize. But then again, I think it's better na meron din kayong kausap while doing the activity. So probably I'll randomize na naman I'll put your names into the randomizer, and then siguro tagtatatlo or tagdadalawa. Titingnan ko pa. Okay? So anyway, I will post the details sa groupings later. So this one is activity 3.4, crafting meaningful performance-based assessment. So from the discussion of the steps in designing a performance-based assessment, choose a topic related to your field of specialization and create a performance-based assessment following the guidelines and principles of crafting meaningful performance-based assessment. Okay? So ang lalagyan natin, so by the way, Word file ang ibibigay ko sa inyo para naman magiging editable siya. Okay? Now, please conscious naman tayo sa nagiging format, no? Magsisend din ako ng PDF nito para maikumpara ninyo yung kailangan yung i-submit kasi baka kasi na-distort na yung template. And I do understand na meron talagang chance na mali-distort ito kasi nga iba yung laptop na ginamit natin or whatsoever. So just please be conscious on the template formatting. Okay? And then field study and then grade year level. So ilagay dyan if that's for tertiary level, it should be indicated. And then kung ano yung topic. Okay? And then on step one, defining the purpose of assessment. So you have to write a general competency. Okay? And I believe sa nilagay kong reference ata parang meron doong sample how to write general competency. And during our activities naman, no, series of activities, parang nakakapagsulat naman kayo doon ng general competency. Okay? So yung general competency, it is expected na it's a one-liner. Okay? And of course, you have your specific competencies. All you have to do is to move lang ha. Okay? Yun yung move nyo lang yan, parang ganun. Okay? And then for specific competencies, no, so that's more than, of course, more than two, no, specific competencies, and it should be connected to the job competency, no? Okay. And then now, step two, identifying, so wag lang siguro emerge yung table, okay? So step two, identifying performance tasks. So yung performance task, kailangan nating bigyan ng description dito, kung ano yung performance task. So if you want to enumerate, because siguro sa isang topic, maraming kang performance task maraming performance task yan, so you have to enumerate and then describe it. Or kung hindi naman, kung isa lang naman, you just have to write or construct a description, no, kung ano yung performance task na gusto mo. Okay. And then sa ating step 3, ang ating step 3 for going to look at, wala itong ano ha, hindi siya nakalagay sa table para naman I don't want it kasi na ma-distort na naman ito sa bandang dito. Okay, baba ko na lang. Kayo na bahala later. Okay? Now, step 3 is a scoring scheme. So this is now the time that you have to write or to construct or develop your rubric based on the performance tasks that you want, no? You wanted to you want to be implemented. Now, kailangan ng title, kung ano magiging title ng inyong rubric. Okay, so again, create a scoring rubric from the task formulated. Show how each element of writing and implementing scoring is presented. Then follow strictly the steps presented in designing rubric. Title and then the task description. Your task description at some point is coming from here, no? So step 2. Pinaikli lang natin. Okay? And then you can make your own table. This one is just a template. No? Baguhin nyo yan, kayo na bahala. Ito nilagyan ko lang siya, hindi ko kasi ito ma-merge. This one, ano lang siya. Bakit nakaganyan yan? Because I highlighted the whole thing. Can I highlight this? And then pumunta lang ako dito sa ating borders and shading. And then i-click ko lang itong diagonal, kaya merong diagonal. Pero kahit naka-diagonal siya, struggle ang paglagay ng scale at saka dimension na word, no? Okay. Hindi para kahit may diagonal siya na parang separation, parang isa lang pa rin sila. No? You can actually make your own table. So you can modify the table, of course. Okay? So meron tayong scales dito. Okay? So nakadepende kung anong scales. So 0.5, for example dito 0 to 2, 3 to 4, and then 5. For example, ang perfect score. Okay? And then kung ano yung score dito. Score, ibig sabihin dito ilalagay yung score. Okay? And then ano yung dimension? So most probably yung dimension natin, kaya yung criteria natin. Okay? I believe lahat naman siguro nakakita na ng rubric. Criteria. And then itong nandito sa baba, dito natin ilalagay yung mga descriptions natin. No? Kailan natin masasabi no? Yung descriptions na kailangan ilang ma-achieve. Okay? Kailan natin masasabi na 5 yung score niya? Kailan natin masasabi na between 3 and 4 yung score niya? Parang kailan natin masasabi na between 0 to 2 yung score na or 1 to 2 yung score niya? Okay? Kayo na bahala dyan. Okay? So that is for activity 3.4. So that's good. That's 100 points. Okay. And the other thing is, yung next naman ay yung sa effective learning outcomes. We'll start with activity 4.1. Where is it? Here. Okay. Sa ating learning outcomes naman, parang tatlo yung ipapagawa ko sa inyo. Tama ba? Yeah. The activity 4.1, activity 4.2, and activity 4.3. Okay. So sa ating 4.1, you're also familiar with this, no? Sa ating 4.1, children, ayan. Okay. So rating scale to measure, so to do intended outcome to develop a rating scale for assessing effective learning. And this is 4.1 rating scale. Create your rating scale using the template provided to measure students' effective learning outcomes. Or for the red, no? Okay, ito lang lalabas sa kanya. Okay. Now, the rating scale to measure ay ang attitude towards assessment of learning. So, hindi na po natin ito babaguhin. That's the already predetermined title, no? And then yung scale, i-edit nyo lang yan, ha? Okay? Ilagyan ko lang na ano, pero kayo na bahala mag-edit. Okay, so this one also, kayo na bahala. Tanggalin nyo lang yan. Scale to be used, for example, 0 to 5, kung gusto ninyo. Okay? So that's the rating. And then 0 to 5 or 1 to 5 ba, kay bahala. And then scales interpretation. So ano yung interpretation nyo sa 5? Ano yung interpretation niyo sa 1? Ano yung interpretation sa mga ganoon? Okay, so that's scales interpretation. You can actually look for an example sa ating sa reference or yung sa PDF na na-send ko din. Okay? So meron tayong sample dito, one line. You may want to omit this and change it, no? So nakadepende sa inyo. So basta, again, ang rating scale to measure natin ay attitude towards assessment of learning. So your attitude towards this subject, kumbaga. Okay? And then, hindi man ibig sabihin na 7 lang yung nilagay ko dito, 7 lang din. So you can actually write more than, you can write or make sentence siguro, or more of this, no? Sa 7, beyond 7. So at least 7. So mas marami, mas maganda. Okay? And then yung score na ilalagay natin. So ito yung magiging template natin, children. Okay? So yung interpretation dito lang natin ilagay, no? Interpretation. So 5, 5, blah, blah, blah. 4, blah, blah, blah. So yan. Yung score dito ilalagay. Okay. So that is for activity 4.1. Now next is activity 4.2. Ang gagawin naman natin sa 4.2 ay Likert scale na naman. So gagamitin natin yung idea natin doon sa previous activity natin. So to develop for 4.2, to develop a Likert scale for assessing effective learning. So using the details you used in the previous activity, referring to activity 4.1, lagyan ko na lang dito. Transform the simple rating scale that you made into a Likert scale. So ang gagawin natin, the same pa rin, rating scale to measure yan. So okay na yan. Ang kailangan nyo lang punuan na itong direction. So dapat meron tayong direction siya, kayo na bahala. And then yung legend na dapat natin ilalagay. So for example, meron tayong SA. Ito say strongly agree. So kayo na bahala. Okay? Now, meron tayong, again, ginamit natin yung sample. Ito, attitude toward assessment of learning subject. Pwede naman ang word na statement lang ang ilagay. Pwede naman yun. Or pwede naman na ang gagamitin ay yan. Sorry. Okay? And then dito, bali yung mga score. Like for example, dito ang strongly agree, dito ang agree, and so on. Kayo bahala. Okay? Basta dapat meron tayong legend na nakalagay dito sa taas. So, paglagyan din sa legend, everyone, parang na siyang naka-enumerate. No? Okay? Okay. Again, hindi ibig sabihin na 7. Ito lang. Okay? Okay, so that is for 4.2. Next naman ay yung 4.3 natin. This is the last one. So this is what we call the semantic differential scale. Kung yung sa dalawa, wala yung limit, no? Walang limit sa sentences. Ito naman meron tayong limit kasi meron tayong 5 lang daw na adjective pairs. Okay? Now, to develop a semantic differential scale for assessing effective learning, construct a scale that would measure the attitude toward assessment of learning as a subject. You may use the template and complete it by supplying 5 adjective pairs. Okay. So, example bali ito. Relevant and then insignificant. So, sample yan ha. Okay. So, adjectives kasi ilalagay natin dito. If we're going to look at relevant and then significant, meron siyang parang nanggaling sa positive and then the other side is negative. Parang ganun. Okay? And then merong score dyan. Okay? Maraming score. May score dyan. So probably ang ilalagay natin dito ay siguro 5. Nilagyan ko lang ng linya ha. Okay. So lagyan lang siguro ng underline. Okay? For example, ito yung 5. Okay? So ito yung 4 and then 3, 2, 1. So syempre, yung pipiliin mo 1, ibig sabihin, andun ka sa insignificant. Kung 2, meaning to say, ganito ang level. Para siyang level, no? This is semantic differential scale. Okay? So, kayo bahala ang maglalagay dyan. Okay, so again, 5, by supplying 5 adjective pairs lang. So, meron na tayong example, relevant to insignificant. Okay? Okay. So, yun ang ating final requirements for this subject. So, I will not ask for final requirement na ito na yung final requirements ninyo. And then as for the project, I'm actually thinking for the project. Okay? Okay. But anyway, I will just inform you kung ano nangyari kasi meron tayong composition ng project doon sa ating grade composition. So I'll update na lang siguro. I'll update na lang. Okay? So thank you so much everyone. Again, if you have questions, please do not hesitate to comment kung saan ko i-upload ito or sa GC. Mag-message kayo. Thank you so much. So I will now end the presentation. okey. Ayan, okey. Goodbye everyone, good day.